Thanks for signing up for Draft Dashboard. My name's Chris. I'm going to show you how to use the Draft Dashboard tools to improve your daily fantasy player picks and your daily fantasy lineups. The first thing you want to do when you load Draft Dashboard is you want to find the top players playing this week. To do that, click on the Top Players tool. This page shows all the fantasy football players playing this week. They're sorted by dash rank. Each player's dash rank is based on daily fantasy matchups, recent scoring history, and other DFS stats. On a scale of 0 to 100, the dash rank represents the chance this player has to score big fantasy points in today's game. So now I'm going to show you how to read the player lines. The first and most important thing is the dash rank, and that's the chance that the player is going to score a big game. Next is the defensive matchup rankings based on all 32 teams. 1 is the hardest matchup, and 32 is the easiest matchup. I'll go over this in more detail later. Next is the player's injury status and home and away game status. Hot or cold icons show how well the player has performed over the past few games. Red flame means they're hot and scoring a lot of fantasy points. This news icon shows important fantasy news and in-depth analysis for each player. Outside the dash rank, the second most important thing to check is the player's scoring history. This shows the fantasy points per game for the past 3 games. The activity log shows how many receiving targets and rushing attempts that player gets per game. Owned percentage shows what percent of traditional fantasy leagues own this player. Started percent shows what percent of owners actually started this player. You can see more stats on bigger screens. By default, top players are sorted by draft dash rank, which means you're already looking at all the best players to play today. If you're looking for the best players for each position, use the Position Optimizer. This is our most popular tool. Let's find the optimal tight end to play this week. Now you can go through each position and quickly find the best players for your lineups. Running low on salary? Use the Sleepers tool to find low-cost, productive players. This page only shows low-salary players who are scoring really well over the last week of play. Use the Find Studs tool to find low-risk, proven players that you can build your daily fantasy lineups around. This page only shows the best of the best. Top-ranked talent with optimal matchups and amazing recent scoring history. I want to show you how to use the Lineup Optimizer to create lineups using the best players. The Lineup Optimizer generates a base lineup filling all required positions to enter a DFS contest. Hover over or tap the player's dash rank to see the full details. Each player will show how many upgrades are available based on your remaining salary. When you click the list of upgrades, you'll see all the players that you can play in that fantasy position. Red salary means you will go over the cap, and green salary means it's within your budget. We still have money left over, so let's continue to upgrade players with low dash ranks. You can spend as little or as much time finding different combinations of players. I like to try to maximize the dash rank of each player as much as possible. Keep upgrading until you're near your max salary. Now, save your lineup. You don't want to lose it. You can access your saved lineups using the My Saved Lineups page. The scoring history will show you exactly how many fantasy points they got in each of the last 7 games. If you want to build lineups around your favorite players, click the lock icon next to each player you want to keep. Now generate a new lineup and your locked players will be forced into your new lineups. You can generate unlimited lineups. Save the lineups you want to play and access them in your Saved Lineups page. Here you'll see all your saved lineups with the total projected points and the options to load the lineup into the optimizer, export it to your favorite daily fantasy site, or delete it if you don't want it anymore. There's some other tools and daily fantasy tips and tricks I want to show you later. Now you know the Draft Dashboard basics, and you should be able to improve your daily fantasy picks and lineups. Don't get bummed out if you don't crack a winning lineup on your first try. There's no way to see the future. Luck in the games will always dictate how many points a player can score. Over time, using these tools to check your players will give you the best chance at creating winning lineups. We're adding new things every day, and we're committed to giving you high-quality, easy-to-use DFS tools, so thank you for your support. Thanks for watching this video on how to use Draft Dashboard. You can always watch it again by clicking on the Help button. Thanks again, and good luck in your games.